there, and welcome to my second Halloween tutorial of the year. And I am so excited about this video because I am a huge Phantom of the Opera fan. Always have been and always will be. This look is obviously based off of the Phantom. This is just my take of it, and I hope you guys like it. So to get started, I'm just taking any black eyeshadow and just blacking out my eye, because obviously we want that to be black when you are to see my eye through the mask. But a step I did forget is to prime my eye, and I never forget to prime my eye, and the shadow started coming off toward the end of me finishing this look. So make sure you prime your eye before you put the eyeshadow on to make it last longer. And then I'm just tight lining and putting black eyeliner in my waterline. What I do next is basically cut the mask to fit my face. I cut off the string part of the mask because I didn't need it, and then I literally cut it straight in half. And then I keep basically rough drafting, cutting where I think it needed to be cut, and then putting it back on my face. I wanted this mask to fit my face, and I think that's what's important about this look, because our different face shapes, bigger faces, smaller faces, longer faces, you need to cut the mask to where it will fit your face. That way it will just go with the flow and natural curves of your face. So just take your time with this. This kind of was tedious to do, but it worked out in the end, and it will help make it stick to your face better when it's naturally fitting to your facial features. So just take your time and fit it to your face, and don't make it look so perfect. Make it look jagged and edgy, because I think that's another important step with this look as well. And then taking some alcohol pads and just running it along where the edge of my mask would lay on my face. You can't have any like makeup or lotion or anything like that on your face when you're trying to take Aide as your adhesive to put anything on your face, because it will not stick. You need the part of your face to be dried out, and that's so weird to say. It needs to be dried out, nothing on it, in order for it to stick. So using these little alcohol pads worked great. You can take some rubbing alcohol on a cotton ball, it will work just as well. And then this is Aide. It's basically like a medical adhesive. So I take the Aide on, I did pop my contact in, which I couldn't see shit out of. So I was basically doing this look out of one eye. So it was a little complicated, but it kind of ties the look together. So then I'm just taking the Aide on a Cosmetic Wedge and placing it on my face, and then just putting the mask there, pressing it on, and letting it dry. Now I'm just going to take some liquid latex and some cotton balls, and I want to go ahead and start pulling the cotton balls apart just to kind of get an idea of how thick or thin I want this skin to look. So I take some liquid latex on sections of my face, and then go ahead and put the cotton down and kind of mold it around the outer part of the mask. This is going to be kind of like skin that's growing out of the mask, from under the mask, trying to grow over the mask, however you want to look at it, and then reapply the liquid latex over the cotton. And while it is still wet, I like to mold it and make it just a little bit thinner than it was, and kind of just make it look rough and not real precise and wavy, just so it doesn't look so, rounded out and perfect, because I don't think the skin would look like that. So then I let that section dry and move on, and then again putting the liquid latex down, the cotton over it, and then topping that with liquid latex and letting it dry. So this is just a process, but it kind of was fun to do. So just take your time, have fun with it, and make it your own. I had to go wash my hands because I had all that all over my fingers. It was so sticky. So I wanted to go ahead and start my makeup on the cuter part of my face and start by priming with the usual suspect, my Benefit Professional, and then go in with foundation. I don't know why I picked this shade of foundation, but I made it work. But it's a little dark for me right now because I do not have basically any self-tanner left. So go ahead and put foundation on, and then I carefully put it on the perimeter of the face where the fake skin is, because you want that to be the same color as your face. Next, I'm taking the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette and taking the shade Jax and just putting it on all that fake skin that we just created. I chose this shade because I feel like I wanted the skin to look really red and irritated, almost look like it had like old dry blood on it. So I thought this really dark maroonish red color was just a perfect shade for this. So I really just kind of pack it on in certain places, not so harsh in other places, just to kind of make it look a little more realistic. But this doesn't have to be perfect since we're going to be putting blood on it later, and just makes it look like that skin is pissed. I'm taking the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer and just putting that underneath of my my one eye, and then blending it out with a damp beauty blender. I then set my under eye with some Cover FX loose powder, and I actually set the rest of the part of my face that does not have the liquid latex and cotton on it with the same powder as well. Now I'm taking the Benefit Hoola bronzer and just bronzing up the outer part of my face, just where I usually contour. And then I'm going to go in with the Morphe 9B blush palette and take, I don't know, top 2-3 shades right there and just liven up my cheek a little bit. I'm taking the same Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette and going in with the shade Silk Cream and just running it in the crease of my eye, and then going in with Hunts and basically going over that and blending my life away. So put Hunts on my lower lash line and really smoke it out. I then take the shade 24/7 on a flat definer brush and just put that basically just right on my eyelid and smoke it out a little bit and make a tiny little wing with the shade 24/7. Nothing too dramatic. And then I take the shade Queen and just place that right in the middle of my eyelid. Of course, I had to be extra and take the NYX glitter eyeliner in the shade Gold and put that right over the Queen shade we just used. Next, I curl my lashes. I keep saying lashes, I'm so used to two eyes. My lashes on one eye. And then pop on some false lashes and put on some mascara and then move on to highlighter. This is the e.l.f. highlighter. I believe it's called Moonstone. I'll put everything down in the description box below and make it easier for you guys to know exactly what I use that way. And then I line my lips with Rimmel's shade in Coffee Bean, and then I actually go into, I believe this is a Maybelline just gold lipstick, and place that right in the center of my lips, but then kind of blend it out with my finger to give more of an ombre effect. Now for the fun part. This is Mehron's Coagulated Blood Gel, and I'm taking that on a different cosmetic wedge and just start pouncing it all over the outside of the face. And then I wanted some spots to be a little more gross looking than others, and it kind of gave a really cool like scab effect, which I thought just tied the whole look together. So yeah, this stuff is the shit. Like, if you want some realistic looking blood for any costume that you have, I would highly recommend getting this blood. After I did this, the look was complete. I really hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and I will see you on my next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.